Hello and welcome to Rise of Industry Alpha 5 and the early access release of Rise of Industry. It's now on Steam, or will be on Steam on February 9th, Steam and GOG as well. I'll have links below to both of those. This game, if you haven't seen it before, it's something that we have been playing on the channel for quite some time, back in the early Kickstarter days. Failed Kickstarter days, actually, and since then it has continued developing, and actually it's becoming quite a nice little game. It's kind of has this transport tycoon style kind of feel to the game, where of course there's an emphasis on industry, hence the name Rise of Industry. We're going to be choosing making farms or digging out oil or fishing or building furniture, that kind of thing, and supplying it to the towns around the land map here. We've got a few different ways of playing the game. We have a career mode and a free play mode. Free play gives you everything right up front. You can start off building zeppelins, which are in the game now, or you can build trains and cars and any kind of industry that you want. Career mode is a little more interesting, kind of eases you into the game and kind of forces a little more strategy, I guess, with the game. We're going to go ahead and try that one today and see what it's all about here. First off, we're going to get a bit of a intro movie here.
For the ambitious tycoon, the start of a thriving empire is only ever one deal away. Exploiting gaps in the market and meeting demand is all in a day's work for a cunning entrepreneur. And expanding your business is necessary if you're to keep up with the times. But you won't be the only one looking to make it big. Competitors and self-sufficient towns will soon leave you looking for that next niche in the market. And a change of entrepreneurial tactics might be necessary to fend off financial collapse. However, be careful with your newfound direction. A poorly planned infrastructure will grind your business to a halt. And badly placed polluting industry will be sure to harm your reputation and quickly turn your business allies into foes. But the savvy business person will have all this under control with well-executed trade routes by road, water, air, and rail. And a well-targeted PR campaign will soon have those green towns and villages back on side and accepting your goods. All that's left to worry about is what you're going to produce next. For you are an industrialist, and success is in your blood. And who knows what the next new day will bring in Rise of Industry.
All right, welcome to the world map. This is, it looks pretty familiar. We got a big map, lots of different little towns that have different businesses in it that we want to be selling to. Welcome to the world of Nookstone. And I forgot to mention, this is developed by Dapper Penguin Studios. They sent me this early key to show this thing off, so thank you very much, Dapper Penguin. So we have loads of different towns on the map. We also have loads of different industries. You can hit tab and unlock things like oil and fish, and there is copper mines and things like that in the game as well. We're going to go ahead and take a quick look here at the different towns. Now, the way this thing works, there's a gas over there. The way this works is each town has, by the way, the artwork is kind of fantastic. I really like it. We first played this back in the Kickstarter days of this thing. It was all a bunch of gray place-holding graphics, but it has really, like, all the detail in these little guys. It's really come a long way. Anyway, so this is the town of Wood. Town of Wood has 72,000 people. It is a heavy industry-focused town. It is stagnating at the moment. We have no influence here because nothing is here. This town has a diner, a farmer's market, and a hardware store, as well as a wholesaler. What things are in the town decides on what you can sell to the town, what it demands. So, for instance, this has a farmer's market, so it wants things like eggs and oranges and meat and sugar, and you can see the different the percentages and how much they're going to pay per load of said things. So maybe we would be a fishing people. They will give us 115% of value for fish. They want fish. There is a supply and demand thing, so if we give them too much fish, that price will go down. There is such a thing as too much fish in the town of Wood, apparently. In the diner, we can make things like apple pies, or soup, or apple smoothies, maybe, or orange soda. Let's say we want to be an apple pie kind of people, which we may actually do here. To make an apple pie, we have to be able to make dough. We have to be able to make apples. And to be able to make apples, we need an apple plantation, apple farm. To make dough, we need to have wheat, and we have to have water as well. Wheat farms and get water from somewhere else. So there's a whole supply chain kind of thing, and there's it's certainly a focus on those different supply chains and getting those things working properly. So let's go see if we can find ourselves a decent-sized town. There's one over here I saw that was massive. This guy over here. What town are you? You are the town of Brockham. Brockham is 131,000 people. You have a farmer, you have a diner, you have home goods, you have a hardware store. Home goods wants things like leather furniture, cutlery, bedroom sets, I guess, refrigerators we can make in time. Refrigerators, again, it's going to be something that's going to take us forever to figure out how to make a fridge. You got to have steel, you got to have chemicals, you have to have electrical wire, which is a massive process. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just copper. But it can be a massive, get all those things working together would be a massive undertaking. But this one does have a diner as well. And they would like to buy apple pies for 115%. I think that might be our focus. So I mentioned career mode, and there's a bit of a focus to the thing. This is where, I think this is new in Alpha 5. It may have been in Alpha 4. Last I played Alpha 3. I'm not sure if it was there or not. But let's jump into the tech tree. So we have to first choose a specialization. There's a whole tech tree and sort of developing, research and development kind of thing with the game. We would decide first off what kind of a company we want to be. Do we want to be focused on gathering things? Do we want to be like the lumber folks? It allows us to not only build lumber yards, but eventually we'll unlock more tiers into more gathering kind of things, like maybe copper or fish or water or irons out there as well, oil. Those kind of things. Later on, once we get some tech done, we can get those later tiers done. There's farming as well for crops, all kinds of different crops, and things like apples and oranges. Industry gives you things like all the different factories. Furniture factories, Carpenter's is a furniture factory. Food factories to make things like apple pies. Paper mills to make things like books and cardboard. Textile to make clothes. And logistics is if you want to run some sort of a trucking empire. You can also see in here, say we want to pick industry, and we put a lot of points in there, 7 points total in here. Then we can unlock the next tier of it. Things like brewing or preservation and glassworks, and then all the way down here to petrochemicals and home goods. They all have the same sort of degree of tiers here. I think what I want to do here, I'm going to go in an industry tier, because we want to do apple pies. So we're going to unlock the industry tech. That's going to be our specialization. We are an industry kind of people. So let's unlock that one. Now, by doing this, we can unlock, we got 3 points now to spend. We can unlock the food factory. That allows us the ability to make cheese and orange juice. Doesn't really do us a lot of good right now. We do also need farming and gathering. You can see we also get 1 point in all the other tiers. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the orchard, because I want to be able to make apples. So there we go. We can now make apple fields with our orchards. Now, our long-term goal here, goal for the video anyway, that's long-term, is 20 minutes here, is to go for making ourselves apple pies. I want to make sure we unlock that as well. And we have 1 more point to spend on something. We can go up here to apple smoothies and chocolate bars, or pizza and burgers. I don't know that we can really do any of this stuff. What does it take to make pizza? We can go up here, we can type in pizza. What do we need for pizza? Pizza needs wheat, it needs cheese, and it needs vegetables. So we're not going to be anywhere near that. I'm going to save that point. We may find a use for it later. I'm not entirely sure where, though. Maybe, no, because this point needs to be spent on the water siphon, because we got to get water to our apple trees. We could buy water from, you know what? I wonder if we could do a multiple thing. Furniture bases. We could do that, right? Furniture base. Let's just take a quick look here. Furniture base. Takes only wood. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be an apple pie making furniture base building kind of a company. So we're going to unlock a tier here. There, which allows us to make furniture bases. But in the gathering thing, we're going to skip the water siphons, which may be a bad idea because we're going to have to pay for water from the towns, and we're going to go for the lumberyard and unlock that. So now we can now make trees, chop trees down, take them over here. This will be a bit of a money-making kind of thing. And so we'll have apple trees, and we'll do extra dispatch slot. Sure. Okay, let's get into the game here. This is going to be our main focus of here is going to be around the town of Brockham. In order to build here, we have to ask permission. 341 grand to purchase a permit to be able to grow here. So that's what we're going to do. And yes, I would like that. So we now, luckily the wholesaler, as time goes on, will start supplying us with water. There it is. So we can buy water from him, and we're going to be doing that. You want things like, you do want paper. Nice. Okay, this will work. This will work great. Okay, so here's what we got. Lots of trees around here. So let's start off with the. I guess we'll start off with the paper biz. You can see we got 10 million bucks down here. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a lumberyard. It's gonna go over here where lots of trees are, like somewhere back over this way. Sure, right over here. We also have lumber harvesters as well. We can throw in. We just throw like a line of them in. Right, there's a lot of trees over here. Why not? Okay. So, now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a road here. I can't do urban road yet. I didn't pick that thing to build. So we can go like this. And we can build a road that just sort of runs here. It's got to go to the hardware store. Traffic, I guess, is supposed to be a thing. I'm not sure if it's in the game just yet, but traffic is something that you have to sort of be mindful of. And so you don't want to be running all your stuff on one route. But now what we want this thing to do, we want this lumberyard to run into a carpentry shop. We can throw this carpentry shop down here. It can't be too close to the town. They'll start whining and crying. Too close to Brockham. See, they're whining and crying already. But I don't want to be this far away from Brockham. All right, well, we can put it right here. That's in my tree land. I guess we can throw it over here. I'm not happy about it, though. It could fit right there. Okay, that'll work. In my tree land, we're going to put a road that's going to go like that. So we're going to grab the wood. It's going to come into a carpentry shop. We're going to make, not wooden barrels, but furniture bases. Yes. Okay, takes 2 logs. We can do that. So now, you lumberyard, I want you to take all your logs into my carpentry shop. All of them. Yeah, all trucks. Send them in there. So then you, once you make your furniture bases, you will be delivering them into the town right nearby. You don't want furniture bases, do you? Oh, we might have made a mistake. You want paper. You want paper. I can't make paper. I need, wait a minute. We might have messed something up here. What do you use to make paper? Paper. Yeah, paper. Paper is at a paper mill. Of course it's at a paper mill. We can't make paper mills, though. Paper mill's the next tier. Okay. So furniture base is going to run into something else. And I'm not entirely sure what will need it. But we can make them, we can sell them. I think we can be able to sell them to the state. So no massive loss, but we can send them out here to the state and sell them for a little bit of money. It's a long way to go. But okay. You send those trucks out of there, and they're going to be driving, I guess, I don't know where they're going to go. I guess they're going to come down this road and come all the way out here? Okay, that's fine, that'll work. Not exactly what I had in mind, but whatever. Okay, so now let's focus on the old farming business. That's the meat and potatoes of our business here. It's going to be our apples. Okay, so orchard's going to go right over here. Nice, lots of open spaces here. Lots of apple fields are going to go right next to it. Okay, there we go. And we need water for this place. So we need to be supplied water. So I'm going to go to the wholesaler over here. And I want you to haul loads of water into my apple thing. I'm going to pay lots of money for water. I'm going to actually do another orchard here. We want lots of orchards like that. Whoops. Lots and lots of apple trees. There we go. Okay. And I need more water. Hopefully you can supply enough water for me. I really hope you can. Go to number 2. And I'm going to set you up with both 3, I think, actually, just to make sure we don't use up all your water. Okay, so then once I'm trying to pause off. Once they get some water, they will take these apples. Water goes in the fields, makes apples. The apples will then go back into the town. And you're going to go into the farmer's market right here in Brockton. Okay. Same thing for you, buddy. Farmer's market in Brockton. Okay. They're gonna have so many apples. They're gonna hate apples by the time I'm done with them. All right. There comes my water. There's the Culligan man. hauling his water in for my apples, and now that they are getting water, they're starting to fill the fields up with it. It's going to take a bit of a slow process, but it's going. I'm going to go speed here, make sure we get some things running. So now that we're doing this, you'll see that... Good job making those furniture bases. Excellent job. You'll see that in the tech tree, we're now going to get some R&D points because we are running this stuff. Once we start getting apples hauled out, that will go up as well. And the industry will also, once we start getting these things hauled around. We do want to get the farming industry up because we want to be able to unlock the wheat field so that we can start making our pies and things. We have a furniture factory which we'll use for that whenever that comes. But for now, we're just getting all these apples hauled. There comes... Nope, you guys are not them. You about done yet? Oh, we almost have a load. Almost have a load of apples for the good people of Brockham, who love a good apple. A good 108% is what they're paying for these apples. $3 grand per load of apples. You can see them rolling in here nice and quickly. And we can't grow things like oranges. That's another points into there. We can start growing those and throwing them in. But yeah, there's loads of different... Oh, the computer just put in a sugarcane farm here. Loads of different things that you can make. You can see all this different stuff that we can make in the game. There's dyes you can make out of berries and water, make dyes, and then the dyes you get used into things like magazines and newspapers. Use dyes and of course paints as well. But yeah, it's a pretty massive sort of thing. Are you my... Yep, there you go. Furniture bases. Okay, here's what we gotta do. Let's, can I afford a road to go out here? Is that really the fastest way out of here? Where's the other way? Oh, it's way over here. Of course it is. I think if we connect up to this road right here, it'll be a little faster. It's gonna be a dirt road, but let's see what we can do. Dirt road. Let's go like that. I don't want to get in the way of my trees. Okay, so we're gonna go over this way. And then up to the game's getting a little choppy. It's not okay with me building a massive road to nowhere. Oh, I can't build a permit because I don't have a permit. I can't build a road. This is all a permit required to get across that zone. You can see the zone wall here. So if I wanted to, I could come buy a permit from you guys. Is it from you? Permit, that's pretty cheap. No, it's not cheap at all. That's expensive. 829 grand for a permit? No thanks. Never mind. My trucks can drive really slow. And we guys can build a train, I guess. That would be an idea. That would certainly work. But you know what? I'm good with the way we got here. So we're still waiting for the R&D to level up. Once that gets done, we're going to jump ahead here, and we're going to start making ourselves some dough. So I think we're actually going to just fast forward this video and see if we can get to the next process here. All right, we have made it. We have unlocked our new point into the farming tree, so we can now purchase a crop farm here, which will allow us to build wheat fields. So we're going to do that, and that is going to allow us to make dough now. So I've actually built another orchard here, which may be actually a little bit too much, but it's fine. Region has given you a small tax break to reward you for years of being part of the community. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and put down another farm here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to remove this farm. There we go. And we're going to put in a new farm that way. So let's get a crop farm right here. We'll just put it right here. Wheat fields all around. Like that. So now you're going to be making wheat. You need water, just like the other guys before. And you're going to take all this wheat, and it's going to go into this factory right next door. This food factory that makes dough. We're going to have another one of these that's going to make apple pies as well. But this is just going to make dough. And I want you, Sir Wholesaler, to take me some crop farm. There you go. And all the trucks are being used. All 3 trucks of water getting hauled over here. We even have, yeah, there, a whole bunch of water coming from this neighboring town down here to supply the factory. The wood's a little bit, it's having some problems because it takes so long to get these trucks hauled out of here. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, so dough is now being made, or will be made as soon as we get some wheat hauled into here. And the water will be here in a second. So once we get dough, it's going to have to go to another factory. And that new factory is going to be, same thing, food factory. It's going to go right next door. And that food factory will be making not cheese, but it will be making apple pies. We can almost make chocolate cake would be nice to make, but no, we can't do chocolate cake. We're going to do apple pies. Okay, so then I want orchard number 2, all of your apples, you don't take them to the farmer's market. You take them straight to that factory. Okay. And then all your dough is going to go to is to that new factory as well. As soon as it saves. You go into that factory right here. Sure. That works. I think you get charged if you do more than the 3 trucks. Okay, so he should start making apple pies in a moment. Once you get those apple pies, where are they going? They are going into the town, into the diner, the Brockham Diner. Okay, so let's crank it up, and let's see if it actually works. All my trucks are running around here. You can see the traffic is supposed to be thinking in Alpha 5. It's not there yet, I guess. But we're making a lot of cash here. But we're buying all stuff. $7.50 each truck of water is costing us $7.50. So it probably would have been wiser, instead of doing all of this, to have picked up the water siphon thing. It's not terrible, though, because once we get the next industry point, which is going to be a little while, but once those factories start cranking it, it'll be a lot quicker. We'll pick up the paper mill, and then all that wood can get turned into paper, which we can then sell at the hardware store? Yeah, hardware store. So it's not a complete loss. All right, food factory is working. You can see the smoke is coming out. They're making those pies with coal. And they should be heading into town. I'm eager to see my first sale of apple pies. Here it comes. There it is. There he goes. Slow it down. Right there. Not that guy. That guy. There he is. Going to the diner. He's got some apple pies loaded up. Let's see it. I'm very excited about this. And how much money did you make? Where's my money? I want to see the green money thing. What money did you make? I don't know. I don't know. That's good. Well, we've made one so far. One lifetime unit. It's cost us 10 grand to keep you up. My analysis. I want to see. I don't know. But we got 7 of them sitting in there right now. Those are apples. 7 apples in there. Water, I guess, is the dough is the thing that's coming along slowly. But the dough should show up, and then we'll get some more apples made. And we'll start making some cash. We are still losing money, of course, because we're a bit... upkeep is kind of expensive. Building upkeep is the expensive one. But we made 70 grand in product sales, so that ain't bad. I lost 10 grand. That's not too terrible. A lot more factories this time. But, yeah, there we go. So that, I think it shows off a very brief look of the game. I mean, once you start getting into this, you can start having some pretty massive industries running here. Logistics is going along pretty good, probably because we're sending all these trucks everywhere. But yeah, once we get another point into farming, we can unlock livestock farms. Homestead and fish farms aren't in the game just yet. Neither is greenhouses or bird coat. Not sure what that is. But anyway, let's jump here. I want to see a Zeppelin. So that's how we're going to end this video. Let's jump over here and take a look at a Zeppelin. Where's all my trucks? Are they here? There's some. Here's one guy coming back. He gets to go over the pond that someone built a massive bridge on. He'll haul those lumber out there. We are making money from this. There he goes. 4 grand. I mean, it's almost 5 grand. That's a long trip for 5 grand. But okay, let's see a Zeppelin. Well, I got my Zeppelin field built, but I can't seem to figure out how to get the actual Zeppelin to work. It's just hauling trucks around. I have this one and I have another Zeppelin field, but it doesn't seem to. I'm missing something. I must be. I tried looking at the help, but I didn't see anything about it. So if I figure it out, I'll let you know. But should be wood hauling over here, but there is no Zeppelins. There is just trucks running down the line. But anyway, this is Rise of Industry. Alpha 5 will be out in a couple days, in 3 days actually, and I'll put a link down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.